Okay, so one of the things to learn is to uh, practice balancing. So I have my right foot here. Right. Now this would be a bit tricky for starters. Okay, so what you need to do is that with your right foot supporting the wheel or your left foot, right, and you want to make sure that there is very little free space. That means your leg should be aligned against the body of the unicycle. Right, you should. So this is to give good control, so that you will not trip over so easily. Right. So that's my preference. Okay. So with your other hand against the wall, right, or the fence, I think some of the YouTubers, they said that you should use a fence or railing like this in front. So I prefer to use the wall. Right. So with one hand supporting the wall, and then you just hop onto the unicycle. Yeah. And you practice, rolling forward and backward. Now, this exercise is important because it's to give you a good sense of the motor moving forward and backward. Now, how the motor determines whether to move forward backward is that it has a built-in gyroscope. So if the machine or the gyroscope detects that the center of gravity is leaning forward, or that you're leaning forward, that's where the unicycle will move forward. Right. Of course, you know what? If you were to apply pressure on the rear, or if you lean backwards, then the unicycle will start to travel backwards instead. Right. So invest some time, right, to do this. To roll forward and backward with your hand on the wall, right, as often as you can. You might not want to do it too much, like an hour. You might want to do just like maybe 10 to 15 minutes, so that you get a good feel of the electric unicycle. How shifting your center of gravity allows you to move forward and backward. Okay, so that's one of the exercises. I think that's a very essential exercise. Okay, the other exercise I would like to share, and I thought that helped a lot, was this thing called hopping. Now, I got to learn about hopping from another YouTube channel. I think the title was In Motion USA or something like that. Okay, anyway, hopping means that, you'll notice that the way I stand, right, actually my leg is a bit leaning this way. And so I don't stand in this posture, right? So it's always leaning in a bit, right? Now you will ask, like, why so? Because I can't think of a good answer for it, but apparently it gives very good center of gravity, so it's easy to move, when your leg is leaning this way. Okay. Right, so for the second exercise, this is a very important exercise. You have to try practicing it as often as you can. We call this hopping. So what you do is that you roll the electric unicycle forward, and then you hop this way. Okay, you see that? Right. Okay, sorry, I don't have the selfie stick. Okay, I'll do that with the selfie stick the next time. Anyway, so watch. So what you do is that you move forward, and then you hop forward. Right, that's how it goes. Okay, again, and you hop forward. Right, so that's how it goes. So it is not that difficult. Right, so you want to hop as much as you can maybe like 5-10 minutes each time. Right, I think that's a useful exercise when you hop. So it allows you to get used to the unicycle balancing. Okay, so that's for the second exercise. The third exercise. Now, the third exercise, which which helped me a lot in picking up this skill of riding the electric unicycle. Okay, this third exercise. Now, for the third exercise, what you want to do is that you should like when you stand in posture like what I'm doing now, leg leaning inside. So observe. So what you want to do is that you do circles. Watch. You start to turn. Now the moment you can start to get the electric unicycle to constantly turn at a steady rate, it means that you more or less have gotten the technique of riding the electric unicycle right in a way. Right, it gets a bit easy after a while, so don't do that too often. Right. So circling is useful. Now of course you can do the reverse circle if you want to, or you can do the circle this way. Yeah, I highly recommend that you practice a bit of this circling technique. Yeah, helps you to get a good feel of how the electric unicycle behaves in terms of the balancing. Right. This device is quite interesting because it comes with a built-in gyroscope, so it doesn't lean forward, so it balances itself forward and backwards. However, it doesn't balance itself sideways. Right. You'll have noticed that I have pasted quite an amount of padding. Now, as you ride the electric unicycle, you're going to trip very often, so it's important to make sure that you have sufficient padding. Right? Okay, so that's my video. I hope that has been informative. Right. And yeah, I have taken about roughly around like 10 days, right, to learn the electric unicycle. Now, I can't really balance that well, but I still can make it on short stretches. Right. Of course, I also have heard of people who manage to learn how to ride in a matter of like what? In a matter of like half a day. Now, it really depends on your aptitude and how fast you get used to the balancing. But overall, I think the learning has been very satisfactory. Right. So, right. Thank you for watching. So, if you have any questions about how to ride the electric unicycle, you may drop a comment. Right. I'll be more than happy to share with you how to get the right technique to ride this. Oh, and by the way, you noticed that I didn't wear any protective guards. You're supposed to wear protective guards, but because I kind of gotten used to riding it so much, and then I didn't really go far from home, so I didn't put on any knee and elbow guards. But you will need to wear those just to be safe. Right. Okay, thank you for watching once again. Have a good day.